Welcome back. I'd like to do something a little bit different this evening. You'll notice that today's video is audio only. I'd like to focus entirely on imagery that will be generated inside your mind. I'd like to do a little exercise in self-hypnosis and deep relaxation. Now, before we begin, the imagery that we'll be dreaming up today involves imagery of walking through the forest alone, entering a cabin in the woods, and walking down a dark staircase. I've chosen this imagery because I feel it evokes a sense of solitude and inner peace, and an image of going deeper into relaxation. But if ideas of being alone in the woods, or entering an empty cabin, or going down a long staircase is maybe not such a great idea for you, then it's up to you if you decide to proceed. This video has a wake up at the end, so when we're done, we'll bring you back up out of trance and you can go about your day. But before we get to our visualization, I want to talk a little bit about where our imagination comes from, and I want you to try something with me. I'd like you to start by closing your eyes, and I want you to actively look through your eyes while they're closed, and just find how much focus is required, and notice that it's a bit tiring. It's not very comfortable trying to actively look through your eyes while your eyelids are closed. It's just not dreaming. It's just not relaxation. When you're ready, you can open your eyes again. I'd like you to close your eyes in a moment again, but this time, when you close your eyes, instead of looking through your eyelids, I'd like for you to go to the part of your mind where you imagine things. The part of your mind where you visualize imagery, the part of your mind where you go when you daydream or when you imagine. Close your eyes, and this time, instead of focusing on where your eyes are looking, just don't focus on your eyes at all, and focus on what's inside your mind. Go to that peaceful, dark place in the back of your head where visions and images can be dreamed up. And once you're in that spot, I'd like you to try something again. I would like for you to hold on to this part of your mind. I'd like you to stay in this part of your mind. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to try opening your eyes without focusing on where your eyes are looking. For now, just don't focus on your eyes at all. Just focus on sitting in that nice, dark, empty part of your mind where visualizations come from, where your dreams come from. And in a moment, I'll ask you to open your eyes without worrying about where your eyes are looking. I want you to see where your eyes naturally went while you were in this space. And now, holding on to this part of your mind, go ahead and open your eyes and find where your eyeballs actually looked, where your eyes pointed to without you noticing when you went to that wonderful dark part of your mind. You may have noticed that your eyes actually rolled backwards a bit, and perhaps you didn't notice anything at all. Perhaps you may want to retry this exercise a few times until you notice that you can actually keep your mind in that wonderful place, even if your eyes are open. And that when you want to go to that place, you can close your eyes and put your eyes back to where they were, and you may find that this helps you to get to that place sooner. For now, though, I'd like you to close your eyes again and go back to that part of your mind, that warm, dark, empty part of your mind where you can imagine, where imagery can be dreamed up. And right now, I'd like for you to take a moment and breathe deeply and relax and try to make space in this part of your mind for the imagery that is to come. Clearing out this part of your mind, making it blank and empty. You may find that occasionally images or ideas will float through here. But just like you were trying a moment ago, you'll hold on to this part of your mind and pay no attention to those thoughts as they slip by. Just let them float away, knowing that as long as you hold on to this wonderful, peaceful, empty part of your mind, you'll be able to focus on what I'm telling you. You'll be able to focus on the visualizations that we're working on today. I'd like for you to imagine that you are walking through a forest. Perhaps you can hear the crunch of leaves under your feet. Perhaps you can smell the greenery around you. Perhaps you can imagine the light and how it looks in the forest. Just imagine yourself walking through the woods. Just notice the peaceful tranquility of the woods as you walk. You are going somewhere that you've been before. You are going somewhere peaceful and warm, where you know that everything relaxes. You are going to a wonderful place deep in the woods. Your nice warm cabin in the woods. And you know that when you get there, that it's going to be so peaceful and quiet and warm. You know that when you get there, everything will relax. Everything will grow quiet and tranquil. But for now, you are walking through the woods, thinking about how peaceful it's going to be when you get to your destination. Now, just a little ways ahead of you, I want you to see that cabin coming up in the distance. See it growing slowly closer as you continue to walk towards it. And as you walk towards this cabin, allow yourself to remember how good it feels to take solace here. How good it feels to visit this place deep in the woods, far away from everything else. The cabin is getting closer now. Now you have practically arrived. Keep walking towards the cabin. Soon you'll find that you are only a few steps away. And now I want you to imagine that you are standing just 10 steps from the door to this wonderful, warm, relaxing cabin. And we're going to come towards the door together. I'm going to guide you towards the door in the last 10 steps. And find that with each step, you grow more and more relaxed, more and more anticipating what you're going to experience once you get inside this cabin, anticipating the peacefulness that awaits you when you enter the door. 10 steps away now, feeling calm, enjoying the tranquility of the outdoors. 9 steps away, starting to move towards the cabin. 8 steps away, anticipating how cozy and warm and relaxing it's going to be. 7, remembering past times that you've gone to this wonderful place. 6, your attention is being drawn away from the woods and now towards the door. 5, focusing on that door and knowing what's going to happen on the other side, how relaxed you're going to be. 4, you're getting so close, your arm starts to reach out to open the door. 3, you're almost in reach of the handle, getting very relaxed now. 2, your hand is almost on the handle, your mind is focused on the door and focused on what's on the other side of it. 1, your hand touches the handle, you open the door and step inside. 0, let the door close behind you. It's very peaceful in here. Take a look around inside the cabin and feel how the subtle noises from outside have all gone quiet. It's very quiet. I want you to walk over to the fireplace and find that on a chair or a sofa near the fireplace there is a nice warm blanket and a fire burning quietly. You walk over to the fireplace and pick up the blanket. Wrap yourself in the warm blanket and sit down near the fire. As you look into the fire, I want you to find the very center of the flames. Feel the warmth of the fire on your face, warming you up. Look deeply into the fire. Try to find the very center of the flames. And find that as you do, all of your attention is drawn to that fire. Find yourself gazing deeply and intently into the flames as they dance in front of you, as they crackle warmly, as it warms you and relaxes you. Find that the gentle sounds of the outdoors are so far away now, even just inside the cabin. You get a sense that all the hustle and bustle of the world outside is so far away and getting even further by the second. All of the sounds, all of the busyness is going so far away as you gaze deeply into the flames. Listen to its crackle, overtaking any other sound. Feeling it warming your face as you sit in front of the fire, curled up in a blanket. Gaze deeply, deeply into the fire and find that nothing else seems to exist in this moment. You are deeply relaxed, deeply peaceful. In a moment, we're going to get up and we're going to go even deeper. I want you to stand up and put away the blanket. Holding on to the relaxation that you've gotten from looking into the fire. I want you to find that somewhere in this cabin there's a stairway that goes straight down. I want you to walk over to that stairway and just look down that stairway and notice that it extends deep, deep down into total darkness, total relaxation. And it may seem as though that stairway goes on forever, but you can feel a soothing, calming warmth pulling you towards it, urging you to come down the stairs and relax even deeper. We're going to go into the basement where everything relaxes completely, holding on already to the relaxation we've achieved so far. Just let my voice guide you down as you take your first step onto this stairwell. Each step relaxing you twice as deep. Each step you relax deeper and deeper. 1. Deeply relaxed. 2. Relax twice as deep now. 3. The rest of the cabin fading away into the distance behind you. 4. going deeper into the dark, warm abyss of relaxation. 5. You're well on your way, going down, down into the dark, warm relaxation of the staircase. 6. 7. Deeper and deeper, relaxing twice as deep. 8. Twice as deep again. 9. Just floating through the darkness here, the rest of the cabin fading away into nothingness behind you. 10. Halfway down now, you start to see a glimmer of light down below, and you know that at the end of this staircase will be a warm, cozy basement where you can relax completely. 11. Deeper and deeper you go. 12. Even deeper. Finding that warm, relaxing energy from the basement is pulling you forward. 13. Energy pulling you down deeper and deeper into relaxation. 14. Only a few more steps to go. 15. Even deeper. You never thought you could go this deep. 16. And yet you keep falling deeper and deeper. You're going down deeper, but it still feels like you're floating as you go. 17. Almost at the end. The warmth is growing more intense. 18. You can see the final steps ahead of you. 19. One more step, and you will find yourself in the warm, relaxing basement as deep as you can possibly go. 20. Deeply relaxed. You find yourself at the bottom of the staircase now, in a dimly, warmly lit basement with cozy furniture, cozy carpeting. It's a place for you to lie down and relax, already so deep in relaxation, so deep, sealed away down here, so far from anything else. You feel as though you are floating as you walk into the basement. This is your space, deep inside your mind, where everything relaxes, everything is peaceful. And now I'll give you a wonderful gift that any time you want to come back to this basement, you can do so just by retracing your steps. It's a wonderful place to go, and you can stay here as long as you like, whenever you decide to return. But for now, it's time to come back to the world. And so we're going to turn back around and say goodbye to this wonderful place, which I hope you'll return to whenever you like, and head back up the staircase, starting at the step number 20 and up to 19. Feel that floating feeling. 18, that That floating feeling that you felt when you were coming down the staircase now starting to gently pull you back up. 17, 16, starting to see in the distance maybe just a pinprick of light from the cabin upstairs. 16, 15, 14. With every step you feel the energy pulling you back up towards the cabin. 14, 13, 12, getting higher and higher up, and starting to float back up towards the amount of energy that you had when you started down this path. Soon you find yourself at 10, and 9. 9 becomes 8. You're getting so close now, so close to the top. 7. You can now see the opening at the end of the staircase. You can make out images of the inside of the cabin. 7 becomes 6, becomes 5, 4, becoming more and more aware of the cabin, hearing the sound of the crackling fire. 3, your head is starting to come up into the cabin's space. 2, there's just one more step left. And 1, you find yourself back at the top of the stairs in that wonderfully peaceful, wonderfully relaxing cabin with the fire in the fireplace. Go back to the fireplace and just briefly look into the fire once more and reflect on how deeply that fire took you into relaxation. How good it felt to be so deeply relaxed, so peaceful. And start to understand, though, that it is now time to go back into the world, back into the forest with the breeze and the leaves and the trees. And so, when you are ready, it's time to leave the fire behind and look towards the door in the cabin that will lead you back out into the world. And walk towards the door with me, 10 steps away now, 9 steps away, 7, you've had a wonderful time here, but it's time to head back out. 6, you're leaving behind the rest of this space, but you know you can come back anytime. 5, your energy is now focused on the door and what's beyond it, the world outside. 5 becomes 4 steps away. You're almost in reach of the door. 3, you can practically hear the outside world already. 2, you're feeling wonderful, energized, positive. It's almost time to wake up. And 1, you're within reach of the door, and when you pass through that threshold, you'll be wide awake. And 1, grab the door handle. And as you open the door, find a wave of energy rush over you. Find your eyes drifting open back into the world and ready to face the day.